YouTube, what it do? What's good? Welcome back to the channel with the guy Spooky. And today we got a new video for a new series. I'm gonna officially start my 55-gallon saltwater aquarium. This used to be the 55-gallon freshwater that I just did, the series that I just started on that. This was that tank. Pretty much took them fish out, rehoused them into a 60-gallon. So now I got a 60-gallon freshwater, and I'll be doing a freshwater series with that. But with this 55, we're gonna do the saltwater. Now, pretty much, I completely, like I said, I emptied it out. There's nothing in there, no water. I dried it out, made sure that it's, perfectly clean and sanitized for the next tenants, basically. I got the bucket. I'm going with Vibrant C by Seekim. I haven't seen no reviews on this. I haven't seen nobody do any real how-tos or step-by-steps or tutorials on using Vibrant C by Seekim. But, I mean, it got everything I need for it inside that 160-gallon box, pretty much. That's 60 gallons worth of sea salt. So, mix that. After I put that in there, the stability, the prime, and the biospira, pretty much the nitrifying bacteria, add that in there, it jump starts the whole process. So you can add fish instantly. And speaking of the fish, that's the main mission right there, is to actually get this up and running and started. But while we're doing that, and we're trying to get that started, and let the tank cycle, then over here, I pretty much got my first saltwater joint. It's a Domino Denzel. Known to be aggressive and things like that. He's pretty much small, super small. But I mean, he should be able to grow. He got about 55 gallons worth of space to just do it in. So what we're gonna do with him, my side mission for this is, while the tank is getting cycled and the saltwater is getting set up for this right here, I'm gonna have the Domino Denzel inside this mason jar, pretty much with a air stone, just for right now. And I got a sponge filter that I could put, small sponge filter, I could move him into a bigger jar and just leave him there for a little bit, let him do his thing. But yeah, pretty much just getting him inside that is what I want to do first. Let him chill inside there, get him, let the bubbles, do their thing, oxygen get back in the water, and he should be fine. Now I'm pouring half of his salt water into that, and I'm pouring half of his salt water into another jar to save that one, just in case anything happens. You know what I mean? And just keep monitoring the salinity in both of these jars while the tank is actually cycling. Hopefully everything go good. A lot of people say that you can't put fish in the water instantly when it comes down to salt water, because of a lot of the requirements that the marine fish require to, thrive and live, period. It's completely different from freshwater, but at the same time, I don't got patience. I'm not gonna put them in there. I'm like, might not be today. It just depends on what the salinity is. If the biospira works like it's supposed to, you can add fish instantly. As long as you use that, probably 30, 40 minutes afterwards, you're good. I would say play it safe about a day or two, but, and there's actually videos on people using biospira to start to boost and jumpstart their saltwater tanks. So yeah, that's pretty much it, nothing too crazy. We'll get into it. All right, so this is the other part of the video where I'm about to pretty much take him and put him into, I'm gonna put him into this mason jar right here, right? So I'm gonna put him into that. I'm gonna put the remaining water that's in that bag that he came with in here. And I'm gonna put him in there and I'm gonna let him chill. Obviously put the air bubble for, just make sure he got air and stuff like that. He can breathe and he should be good. What I'm about to do after that is add this bag of sand. No, I'm not gonna add that first. I'm gonna do the salt water, add it into the tank, get it filled up, and then I'm gonna add this bag of sand to the tank. And let it go like that. So, yeah. Oh shit. Feel me? Fill up that little jar right there. That's about to be That's just gonna be extra salt water that he came with just in case. Because while I'm going through the cycling process, I do not want to put him in that water until I know that that's at least, you know, been running, up and running for a little bit. Oh shit. Come on, bro. Can't really see. You can see it from up top. A little area. But yeah. And this is a domino damsel. Feel me? Still a baby. Still young. But he's about to be the first one. His name is Digit. I'm gonna name him Digit. Real digital. And he's gonna be the first one in the tank. Not the lab rat, but he's just gonna be the first one in the tank to give it a go ahead. Yeah, that should be good. A little extra, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Just play it safe. And then, like I said, he's in his little holder. I got a I think a 1.5 or 3 gallon that I could put him in, but I don't really want to put him in that yet because it's been used for fresh water, so. And I ain't washed it out, I ain't prepped it or nothing like that. But yeah, that's pretty much what we wanted to do with this part of the video, was really get Digits inside this mason jar with the air bubble, the air bubble, and let him just, you know, be able to move around and breathe. Keep the air bubble at the top, so that way he ain't frustrated or nothing like that. And yeah. All right. Yo, this is my first attempt too. I ain't never ever have no saltwater fish or make any type of saltwater pertaining to any type of saltwater fish. Feel me? What I'm about to do now is open up this bag of salt, sea salt. I seek them. I don't see no reviews on my bad. I don't see no reviews on this by anybody online, so I guess this is our first little, this is the first little Seekum review, you feel me? Give me a holler too, because I'm putting y'all on. Let me make sure y'all right. But I mean, this is supposed to be, yeah, it's supposed to be perfectly safe. I don't know why I took it out of the box just now. Definitely want that box. But yeah, it's supposed to be used to just be able to take your tank and get that process going faster than what it would normally take. And then I got the Bible spiral too, so you know what I mean, a little off. See that? I know what that look like. No, let me stop on that. But yeah, so I got exactly 12 liters of water in here. The measurements are on the side. Get you a bucket like that. This is a 5 gallon. But yeah, the measurements are on the side. This is for the people that never made salt water or never been a part of that portion of the aquatic hobby. Feel me? So this for y'all, this for us. 12 liters. It's supposed to be 6 liters, and you would do a half cup. But what I'm doing is just pretty much doubling the dosage. So 12 liters, a full cup. Which you're right. Whew. Maybe a little shimmer right there. Make sure it's exactly 1 cup and no extra. Alright, boom. Maybe a little tap, take off that little excess. That should be good to me, right? And go back now. Move in to the side. The chew right here. Give me a second, I gotta get something to mix this with. Real quick. All right, so look, this is supposed to be fast dissolving sea salt. Ooh, that looks hot as hell. Yeah, it's gonna dissolve. Yeah, digit is over here, ain't cool. Still kicking. That is fast dissolving. Look at that. It's literally like probably a couple grains of salt. Like, mind you, I put hot water too, so you might want to start with that. The only reason I'm doing this is because before I actually put water into the tank, I want to make sure that it's calculated the right way. You know what I mean? So they're supposed, when you do 1 scoop or a half cup for 6 liters, it's supposed to put you at 1.020 as far as the specific gravity in your water, right? Which matches the ocean's specific gravity. So what I'm doing is pretty much double dosing it, putting 1 full scoop for 12 liters, and I'm gonna add that into the tank. And I'm gonna do it again 1 more time, add that one into the tank. And once I do that, then I'll be finished with individually adding salt to every bucket. From that point on, I'll just add 12 liters, write down how many 12-liter buckets I done filled up the tank with, and do the same for the salt. Put the salt in the bucket, add that salt into the tank, and then mix it all in the tank from that point on. All right, so we finished with our first bucket of salt water. Like I said, this is 12 liters, 1 full cup, mixed and dissolved of Vibrant Sea seawater by Seachem. So what I'm about to do is pour this into the tank. So that's what it looks like when it's settling. I was looking for something to mix it with, but pretty much my have to just, so I shade back and forth, and y'all can see those little particles floating in the water. Just try not to scrape the glass at the bottom, and try not to bang your walls, the side glass pretty much. Water's still hot. I filled up halfway with hot water, and I stopped because of the fact that the water got cold, and I don't want to mix it in cold water.
I'm gonna just start on this side, sauté back and forth. You can see I'm not banging the glass, I'm not going too far back.
Trying to get that nice little current wave of feel, you know? And I can see the salt water disappearing from the aquarium floor, so that's not bad. Side to side, that's working, kicking up salt. And I'm gonna get back to y'all when the tank is pretty much filled, and I'm adding the next little batch of salt and mixing that. Alright, so yeah, I'm about to add that stability now. This already got the measurements on it, 5 milliliters, 10 milliliters, so it's kind of easy to fill it up using a API bottle.
So yeah, just 3 capfuls. So the stability is in there. That's done. The 1 capful of prime should work perfect. Then, I ain't gonna lie, put more on the floor than I did in the damn cap. Alright, yeah, that prime is out the way. I did it a couple times already, but make sure you shake that up. Perfect.
Yeah, a little open bottle. Alright, cool. So this whole thing is going in the tank. I mean, you can kind of see the difference between the regular salt water and the actual, like, nitrifying, what is it, nitrates? Or whatever nitrifying bacteria and all the extra solution. And, as far as little digital here, we can just add him. He gonna be the first fish to the tank. So yeah. Put this little bubble back in. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video when everything is just up and running. And we're gonna introduce him to his new home. Pretty much got that water up in there running. Tank looking clear. Got one sponge filter in there. This is probably a few hours after I actually filled it up, chopped it off, put the amount of soda I need in there, and added the sand, let the sand saturate. Yeah. And then Digit is still in this mason jar right here. That's him right here. So we'll see how it goes. Probably in the morning. Might put him in there and take him back out just to, you know, test it out or whatever. But the tank should be good to go. That biospiral pretty much is an instant cycle. So yeah, this is just a wrap up. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for the next one. Alright, yeah. So got that tank filled up, wiped down and everything like that. And the hydrometer is consistently reading 1.024. Right in between in between 0.23 and 0.25 is what I wanted, so 2.4 is perfect. That way if it raises 1, I know I could make an adjustment. If it lowers 1, I can make an adjustment, you feel me? So that's good, and we're gonna leave that sitting right there inside the tank. That's permanent placement for that. Thermometer strip, 84 degrees in there. So it says. And then for all the people that wanna know what I use, remember this is a day 1 or 24-hour cycle, pretty much. Because I started yesterday and it's like 6 o'clock in the morning now, 8 o'clock as a matter of fact. It's a whole new video. Either way, I filled it up. I think I want to say I filled it up halfway at first, and then I put in the prime. What is it? 5 milligrams of prime is for like 60 gallons or 50 gallons or some shit like that. Yeah, there you go. You can't really see it. Use 1 5 milliliter cap for each for 50 gallons. So that's perfect. I did 2 capfuls of this right here. I think 3 as a matter of fact. And I mean by, when I say capfuls, not that cap, this cap. That's 5 milliliters. This is 5 and 10. It got the measurements on it. I used the stress coat, put that in there, about a full cap and a half. 2 caps of Mill Effects, just in case. And then the Biospiral, I used that last night. So tank is looking pretty good though. I don't look like nothing is really wrong. I do have a actual filter for this tank, but because of the cycling process at 24 hours, me just trying to do things different, I wanted to leave the sponge filter in there, so that way all it's doing is grabbing up little particles instead of introducing a whole bunch of other stuff. When it comes down to a hang on back or a canister or anything else, it'll interfere with the cycle, pretty much. Heat is back there, and this is the whole setup. Let me step back so y'all can see it. Yeah, it's that 50 gallon, I believe. I thought this was a 50. No, this is I don't know if this is a 55 or a 50. The measurements is ridiculous. And this is that saltwater. I got more episodes coming on the freshwater every Sunday, and on Thursdays, I'm gonna drop these saltwater tank videos. So yeah, as far as Digit, he's been acclimating for a little bit. Right now, I just got the bubbler in it. I poured his water that he was in the mason jar with. Part of my nails, it's crazy. I poured his water that he was in the mason jar with into this container, and then I took some water out of the actual tank and put it in the mason jar. And he's super tiny. So I didn't want to put him in shock by, like, you know, the temperature change and all that. Wake up. Yeah, domino damsel. See if y'all can see him from over here. Oh no, y'all can't. I'm gonna get views, boy, not run. But that's a dope fish. Either way, I'm drip acclimating him. Like I said, once I finish with this jar right here and all of that water's in there, that'll one, show me signs that he's good. 2, show me signs that the tank is cycled and it's actually, like, you know what I mean, suitable for fish and livestock basically, invertebrates, everything else. So yeah, this drip acclimation process is kind of important for me because I bought him as a tester fish pretty much towards the 24-hour cycle. So yeah. And then what I'm doing for his drip test is just, you suction up a little bit of water. And you just, you periodically let it drip, do its thing. But I did a half a jar already, and he's still swimming, still good. I ain't see no signs of no stress, nothing. So keep doing this. That was an accident. Yeah, the first one was a little drip, and that was more time. This is kind of like just a sped up acclimation. But I'll get back to you in like 2 minutes when I'm actually putting them in the tank. So what I'm about to do now is add them to the tank. It's crazy. See how he reacts, because this is a small body of water as well, so I do want to see like, how he's doing in the tank. Good jumper, look at him. Sick. Stop playing. See what it's hitting for. He's looking good. Ain't no signs of like, you know what I'm saying? No signs of him burning up, not being able to breathe. I'm so excited that actually worked. I don't know if I'm the first person to officially, with the documentation of it, start a slope with a tank completely from scratch and cycle the tank within 24 hours. Not 2 days, not 3 days, not 6, not a week, not a month, not a year. Literally 24 hours, less than that. And he up in there swimming around. This is my proof. See what I'm saying? I don't want to stress him out, but let me move the filter. See what I'm saying? Whole lot of tank for just this little guy. But yeah, that's the video. It's your boy Spooky G, and this was my first official saltwater setup video. Introducing fish on the first day. Tank cycled on in 24 hours. Learn how to read the hydrometer, and this is what you need. A little update. Not even 24 hours of a full cycle. I mean, it did a full cycle, but in less than 24 hours. Pretty much got everything in there, filter going, protein skimmer, heater, and the actual fish. So yeah, this actually it's proven that you can make salt water in a day, get your cycle going, and then put fish in the actual tank. But yeah, he's just in the corner, he's quiet, he to himself, and he's tiny, he's still super tiny, like a half an inch or some shit. So I don't expect him to be running all up and through that right there, but eventually he would. Anyways, yeah, just make sure y'all keep a bucket of salt water, at least a gallon or 2 gallons on made already, because when the water goes down, you might want to add fresh water, and then you might have to balance it out. But yeah, the hydrometer is at 1.024, so there we go. And it's been running for a few hours. Yep.